Assalamu alaikum everybody, I'm Sharmina and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make cheaters Mughlai. Yes, you got it right, cheaters Mughlai. If you want to find out what it is, please keep watching. So for cheaters Mughlai, you will need store-bought parathas. Now you could use any kind of parathas you want. I use Dawn most of the time, but not always. I like to switch it up just so that I don't get used to one kind. Just in case I don't have this, I can grab another kind. There's the deep parathas if you want, but try to get the circular ones, okay? I have 4 eggs right over here that I'm going to beat. So just go ahead and beat them well. And then set them aside. Half of a large onion diced into very small pieces. You can use a food processor if you'd like, but I use my hand. Just half a large onion. Couple of green chilies, kachamurich. You want them to be chopped into very small pieces so that when you take a big bite, you don't have a huge chunk in your mouth and burn your tongue. 1 tablespoon of chopped up cilantro, dhania pata. Now mine looks a bit soggy as you can see because I usually buy a whole lot of cilantro at once, chop them up and deep freeze them. So this is right out of the deep freezer, but you can use a fresh one, even better. Now that you have all the ingredients ready to go ahead and start with the parathas. So first of all, you would want to powder the surface, clean surface, and just spread this nicely out. You'll probably need a larger surface if possible. If not, that's fine too. I took a bit too much flour. Take a couple of parathas out and then just leave them on the flour like this. So when they thaw, it's easier for you to scoop them up. Do not thaw them for too long. You don't want them to get too soft because if they get too soft, it will get really hard to handle and you don't want that. Have a pot full of oil of your choice and start heating it up. I have it on high at this moment so that the oil can heat up really quickly, but then I'm going to reduce the heat into medium-low in a little bit. In the chopped up onion, add the green chili, and the chopped up cilantro. And in that, add about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon salt. This is for 4 eggs. In that, if you have it, if you do not have it, please do not worry. Just if you have it, just add a few drops of mustard oil. Us Bangladeshis are very big on using mustard oil, so mustard oil. Now, you see how I'm wearing a glove? Next part begins. So now that all of it's in there, mix them all up really well. This is what it looks smells so good. Mmm. In the beaten egg, there's 4 eggs over here. Dump the onion mixture. And then mix them all up together. This is what the mixture looks like once you've mixed them all up together. I've mixed for approximately 30 to 40 seconds. Reduce the heat to medium low heat at this point and check to see if your parathas are ready. See how my parathas are a little bit softer now? Not too soft, but soft enough. I think this is a good time. But if you want to soften it a little bit more, you can, because if you soften it a little bit more, maybe you can spread and make the parathas a bit larger at this point. My Mughlais are not going to be very large. So you can spread it out a little bit, not too much. You don't want to break your parathas. So now is when you can go ahead and stretch the parathas a little bit more, or just leave it as is. But you see how the flour surface have helped me so much to pick them up so easily? Yeah. In this paratha, I'm going to ladle in my egg and onion mixture. Put very little at a time. Very little at a time, okay? And then see, I still have my gloves on, so I can just spread it out. So that you have a bit taste of egg all over. Now, side note, go ahead and eat some keema, minced meat, if you'd like to. You can either add the cooked one or uncooked one. It will get cooked, I promise you. Once you fry it well and nicely and slowly, if you add raw keema in it with any spices that you want to add, go ahead and do that. It will work. But today's one I'm just making with eggs. So just a wee bit more. So I am adding, about 2 to 3 tablespoons in each parathas. Let's go ahead and fold them right now. So gotta be really quick and gentle, or else it's gonna be all over the place, and we do not want that. See, it's already coming out, so you gotta be quick. I put the stove heat on high again, and now I'm just gonna very gently put the paratha in. Continue to fry the Mughlai in there. If you were too concerned and you don't want to flip it over because you think everything will fall apart, you can just leave it as is and just go ahead and spoon some oil over your Mughlai, hot oil over it. But I think at this point it would be okay for you to flip it. Let's give it a try. There you go. And there you go. Cheaters Mughlai ready. So I was able to make 9 Mughlais. So I used 9 pre-made parathas for 4 eggs. So this is what it looks like. So if you flip it over, that's what it looks like. So I ended up frying each side for 4 to 5 minutes. What it does is if you fry it long enough, then you have less oil when you take it out of the oil left in the Mughlai. Try it out. Do you hear that noise? The crunch? That's what you want. And you get that only if you fry it for long enough. 5 minutes minimum. My husband in the background is going, Please try it out and let me know how it turns out.
Wow, you make this?